Hi, I'm Wade, and my website is Instinctual Advisor. I'm here to talk to you about a club that I'm setting up that for now we will just call Think and Do. I was inspired to do this here from a garden project that my wife and I put together. We had a half an acre on an acreage that we just bought, and we thought, well, we'll just, so we tilled it up, and it was way too big for us, of course, but for the first year we said, well, let's just throw in some potatoes and see how it does. And we done that, and we ended up with about, I don't know, 4 truckloads or so of potatoes out of this garden. And so we distributed them out, and we probably helped 12 families, and plus our own families, and it inspired me to think about that project. Was about $60, and the production that we got out of that was, like I told you, pretty phenomenal. So yeah, that's what inspired me to do this. I guess I could have made this here club all about just financial or other things, but I wanted it to be more inclusive. So what I've done is I set up a parameter, and it has basically 3 simple things: people, earth, and life friendly. That's the criteria. I'll go into it a little later on here, and you'll see exactly why this criteria. As this is a members club, and it really delves into the whole idea of think and do rather than just think. I'm sure I'm like you probably. I have some good ideas, and there's just nowhere to go with them. You need $100,000 to do the lawyer thing and all the patents, and you go through all the time you get past all the crooks and the financing and everything else. It ends up costing you that much, and chances are you probably won't get anywhere with it, and you're throwing away your life savings. So that's the gist of what this is about. A place where we can actually go, think and do. So on that, there'll be quite a number of individual groups, concept groups, and development groups, and advisor groups, and quite a number. But the main thing is that everything that's developed through concept and then to various stages of books and products and services and all of that, 80% of everything that's becomes financially viable, through affiliate sales, ClickBank and Amazon and some of those things, all stays in the members area. It's 80% to the members, and with that 80%, the idea is that small projects, whether they be personal or groups, things that people find important to themselves, or just makes sense to pursue, can be financed internally. Funding for these projects goes through a bit of a process. I'll give you an example now. Say Rob bought an acreage and he wants to supplement some of the income that he's got on his acreage, and he thinks that he really has a passion for organic chicken and eggs and this kind of stuff. So Rob does a survey of the approximate costs, contractors and whatever else it takes to build this chicken house and do all the enclosures and get a hold of the proper grains and such for doing this job. Say his estimate comes in at $4,000, and what'll happen immediately is that an internal memo will go out setting the exact parameters and the materials needed and such that that Rob needs, and all the other members who are close enough, and they say they have some recycled lumber or inexpensive lumber that was left over from other projects and the like, they can come forth and either maybe give Rob these materials or inexpensively help Rob with these materials, and even labor can be involved in this if people are close enough. So when it's all said and done, Rob has probably reduced his cost down to maybe $1,000, and permission is given to fund this, and Rob builds the house, chicken house, and maybe he's got another member that's over helping him, and he can get into production and start selling his eggs and such. So what he's basically agreed to when he takes on this $1,000 is that he'll say payback maybe $100 a month for 10 months. There's no interest, by the way, on this funding. He also further agrees that for a set period of time that he's willing to give back to the membership 20%. And when he does this, internally, everybody who's close enough to Rob to utilize his egg production will get a memo, an email, and will more than likely become Rob's customers, and word of mouth and such, and really help Rob out to get going. So this idea of him paying back 20% for a while just feeds back to the membership, and I think by now you probably realize that what we're really looking for here is a win-win-win, always a win-win, and as a member, that's exactly what you could expect. As well as funding, say,